From East Baltimore, Maryland, we have elite MC and performing artist Jay Royale. He just released a new album entitled Jack for the City. It's a really dope conceptual album in which he plays off of the film New Jack City, which is a classic. We're going to bring him in, talk to him about his new project, plus his incredible discography and career. Let's bring him in.
Yo, Meta World. Meta World. Let's get everybody in here, man. Yo, peace and love, bro. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for showing love to not only me, my city, my brand of hip hop, my style of hip hop, and the new project, bro. Like
Yeah.
your platform is your platform is huge. And I'm very happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm on it, bro. Thank you for having me, man.
Jay Royale, my brother, the honor is mine. You are a legend
Stop it,
in this
Five.
game.
Stop it, man.
Yo, the
Stop
new the
it.
new album, the
Yeah,
new album,
yeah,
Jack
Jack
for
for the
the
city.
City,
Yeah.
the G Money Wells perspective. What a dope original concept and project, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Talk to us
yeah.
about it, my brother.
I mean, yo, like we can start we could let's unfold it like that. Like, yo, the way you made it sound colossal. You know what I'm saying? And the way we unfolded the idea for this, it's like, I'm just a regular I could curse, right? And all
Oh,
that
for
good
sure,
stuff. You know what
my
I mean?
brother.
I don't
Yeah,
want to disrespect nobody, all the churchgoers and all that shit. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
all
But
love, my bro. It's all love.
yeah.
We want the authentic Jay Royale. You know what
Oh
I'm
man,
saying?
yo, I can't be anything else, bro. I can't be anything else, bro. But okay, so yo, Jack for the City, the G Money Wells perspective. I'm from a hood just like anybody else. So, there are movies and there are projects that come out that we deem like hood classics. And the thing about it is, it's like, a lot of niggas leave them classics right there as classics. But in various smoke sessions and drink sessions, what I'm saying, you got the debates. The debates of what character would have what move a character could have made to change the whole narrative or the whole storyline, or how how you would have felt had you have been that character, or
Yeah.
what would you have done in these type of situations and shit like that. So, G Money, Jack for the City, fucking New Jack City. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is like, yo, everybody. This is a hood tale that everybody knows, but the way that they did it, what I'm saying, had crazy dope spins on it. It had a lot of different, entities in there. It had a lot of different, narratives that was going on at once. But we all knew that the story was Nino's, his rise to power,
Yeah.
and the rise and fall of the CMB. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I started to do my knowledge on this shit, and a lot of shit came out that I didn't even know about the movie, just by glorifying it as a hood classic. You know what I'm saying? From what I discovered, it's about Nicky Barnes actually, and it has a lot of different yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was the flashy, egotistical, you know what I'm saying? But we'll get into all that. So the idea came, me and Sos, my producer Ray Sosa,
Yeah.
we be in the studio and just, in between sessions, we'll laugh and joke about little dumb shit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, yo, how would you feel if, what I'm saying, your man, what I'm saying, like, kind of
Did
let all that
all the stuff that
shit
Nino
go?
Brown did,
Yeah,
because because I went back and
exactly.
watched it. I
You
watched New Jack City
and you
and
see it different.
remembered.
You see it different. You see, you know what I'm saying? When when they was popping champagne with the ladies. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, he said, yo, the world is mine. And then G Money said, yeah, well, don't forget about the brothers. And he just like, like, he
Yeah.
didn't even pay that any mind. He said, nah, nigga, the world is mine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And G Money was kind of like, yeah, that's nothing that'll come between me and my brother. So G Money was loyal. Everybody was loyal to the Nino thing. But Nino had his little ways about him, which though it's like my nigga, the things that he would say, it's kind of like, you would hear him talk and kind of be on some shit like, yo, fuck y'all niggas. And it's kind of like everybody was disposable to Nino, even when he met, Scotty Appleton, and he brought him in, and he was like, you can see that he was trying to trust that brother. You know what I'm saying? And he told him about his moms. He told him about how, as a school teacher, like this life didn't even mean anything to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you took the life of a school teacher just to, join the LA boys, the Lennox Ave niggas, you know what I'm saying? And then that, and how he like how he would, cut chicks off with the champagne and shit, and it's like, even the little girl, when they, when they had the
When
hit
he
put
picked
on
her
them,
up and had her as a human
he
shield.
picked up and had her as a shield. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we seen that, as the type of person that Nino was, and kind of, like he was synonymous to Tony Montana and all of, with the hood being, like huge kingpin endeavor. You know what I mean? Like these entities was like, hey, yo, like they rise to fame. But like Tony killed Manolo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tony took his people out. So it's like, we just started to delve in, and the more we, went through this wormhole, we started to like, nah, bro, like, and my nigga Sosa is always like, nah, Jay, let's just do it. He's always like, let's do it, and like we'll sort it out later.
Yeah.
Like nigga, we in here. Let's just start it. Just to say we getting something started, and then we add on to it. And it's like shout out. First and foremost, I want to shout out everybody. Like my brother R.J. Payne. He had a run with albums that was kind of like themed to the New Jack City. The thing. So it's like, what I mean? These are albums that I'm privy to, and RJ Payne is my big brother from Philly. We do tracks and all that, and it's just like I ain't wanted to come off like I ain't an original nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just like, damn, like, when we started and halfway through, it's like I was like, man, RJ Payne got the, you know what I'm saying? It's like the spin we put on it, I wanted to just be that much more original, but to, pay homage to, the classic that we all know and love. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
it came off and it was just like, yo, the shit, here we are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like another one. It's like another notch in the belt. Cinematic rhyme schemes, and what I'm saying. Just my take on, um, the rise and fall of crews based on ego, greed, disloyalty, and
Yeah.
everything that I wanted to put a spin on, the story that we've all heard
Yeah.
before, because we all know a Nino. We all know a G Money, you know what I'm saying? And it's like G Money, we looked at him then because the message in that movie around the 90s was like, all right, well, yo, crack kills and don't do drugs. And, they made G Money, they made his character. It's like he was loyal to a fault, but he had his demons. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he got
I,
high. You know what I'm
I
saying?
forgot. I forgot about
Yeah.
that till I went and
G
watched it
Money
back.
got high. Yeah, G
Yeah.
Money got high. And I think that was the take on the, like don't get high on your own supply. And as kids, right? As kids, we looked at that like, oh, all right, this nigga get high, he's a crackhead, he's fucking up anyway. He deserves what he got. But
Yeah.
then we grow up and look at all your favorite rappers, they get high.
Yeah.
Look at what they put in them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the fuck. Y'all niggas, everybody wasn't G Money. Everybody, I mean, everybody wasn't Nino. Everybody wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody isn't Tony Montana. Everybody doesn't, you know, get their hands on a nickel bag and turn it into a brick. Some of y'all niggas is G Money, bro. Some of you niggas get high, and some of y'all do dumb shit from your fucking high. But wait, that's another story. But you know what I'm saying? It's just that's how that's how real close to the streets that narrative is. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Till this day. Because we were supposed, as kids, we were supposed to learn from Nino. We were supposed
Mm,
to learn from G Money. We were supposed to learn from all of that shit. And it's like as grown men, the age we are, like, did you even learn anything,
yeah.
beloved? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I felt like it was I felt like it was an interesting
Yeah.
topic to, kind of unfold. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I love what I do as far as kind of like taking the graphic novel
Yeah.
approach to underground hip hop. And you know what I'm saying? It's like if nothing else, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm glad that we, have listeners that support what it is I put together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. The album is really dope. It starts off with the
Thank you, bro.
scene,
Yeah.
where G Money's actually introducing crack to him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and
exactly.
then you
Cause
you open the album with that scene,
bro,
showing that he brought
everything
it. He brought it to Nino, and then Nino winds up, and then you end the album. You end the album with how they're talking, how they'll never let anything come between them.
fact.
You know what I mean? Really
Right.
dope. It's a
Yeah,
really
man.
dope way that you laid out the album and the different
Yeah.
tracks. But this
Yeah.
amazing album, you've got incredible feacherings. You've got
Let's talk
Havoc
about
of
it.
Mobb Deep.
Y'all,
You got
man.
Big Noyd.
Oh shit.
You got Tek of Smith and
Oh my
Wesson. What a
God.
dope album.
Yeah.
Right?
Man,
The
that sounds like
music
a
video,
star-studded
the
situation,
star
bro.
studded and Jay
Yeah.
Royale, of course, right?
Come on, man.
So,
Not me.
so
Not me,
kind of
man.
like the cast of the movie, right? Ice
Yeah,
T,
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Rock,
There you
right?
go. Talk your shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mario Van Peebles. You got this is where a lot of people came out. Ice T, man, salute to Ice T, right?
Salute Ice-T, man.
Doing
Yeah.
soundtracks and
Yeah.
acting, really one of the
Yeah.
pioneers, and he's in Breaking
Yeah.
Part One. You know what I'm saying? One of the
Come
pioneers
on, man. He
of
he was he was the reason. He was part of the reason that miracles got saved, bro. He performed and then trying to save miracles, bro. He
That's
looked
right.
he looked real crazy though. Like he had
That
the
was a
like the
different
gun
era of hip
shells.
hop.
Yeah, he was like chest naked with the boxing
That was the
jersey on.
Road
He was
Warrior era.
yeah, I was like, oh, all
Legion
right,
of
well,
Doom.
man, yeah, word up. But as a kid, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. But all them niggas had they little like feathers out the ear and shit,
That was
and
the
like they little
WWE era
yeah,
of hip hop.
they little battles was crazy. I'm sitting there like, yo, this shit is real as fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, like these niggas is battling and the shit look real. They doing shit like, you know what I'm saying? Doing they little moves. Like, yo, this shit is off the I
We
got
thought
both
the
the movies,
Tims
bro.
and Carhartts were hard. They were hard back
Yo,
then. They
son,
had
them
leather,
niggas was
no shirt, Melly
them niggas was
Mel.
yo, you remember when Ozone, the nigga Turbo, I forget which one he did the like broomstick thing and I'm like, yo, this shit is next level. This shit was real next level shit to a young nigga. I'm sitting there like,
For
yo, these
sure.
niggas, they undefeated, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Then the niggas, oh, yo, that was part of my
It
childhood,
was
bro.
like
I said,
post-apocalyptic. Hip hop started
word
post-apocalyptic.
up. Yeah, man. And it was like, yo, to see that, you know what I mean? When the nigga, I boom, do you remember when like they brought the tanks in and the nigga started like pop locking against the motherfucking the tank
Yeah.
and shit? Like the motherfucking equipment. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga has no fear. This nigga's about
Yeah.
to, yo, like
Yeah.
I just wanted niggas to win, bro. I just wanted to see breakdance and win because I
Yeah.
couldn't do that shit. Like, yeah, mom.
I had some moves. Hey, I had some
Yo,
moves.
nigga, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I can't fuck around with pulling my Charlie horse up or something. You know what I mean? I catch a Charlie horse shot. My brother knew how to do that shit. You know, I'm like, nah, yo, you do that and shit.
That's
You know what I
good.
mean? That shit was
That's
crazy.
good.
But yeah,
But
yo, fucking Ice T, all them niggas,
yeah,
man,
the
that shit
legend
was
Ice
amazing,
T, the
bro.
young Chris Rock. I mean, really
Yeah,
breakout role for Chris Rock.
hey, yo, you
Um,
want here?
yeah,
I don't mean to cut your wisdom. Like
yeah,
just want you know what I mean like a little fun fact and shit. Like even like the poo shice mask.
yeah.
Yeah, man, like yo, New Jack City introduced that when they was infiltrating the Carter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody was doing the, you know, the young buck mash with the, you know, the thing that all the rappers
yeah,
do now with the little ski
yeah.
mask and all that shit. Man, yo, they them fucking Pooh Shiesty smash when they was infiltrating the Carter, when Pookie
Right
Belt
when
Buckle got
the
discovered,
Pookie belt buckle.
and they all threw on Pooh Shiesty mask. I'm like, yo, niggas ain't. Man, I'm on my Sean Price shit. Like, oh shit, like
Yeah,
that shit was crazy, bro. I'm like,
yeah,
yo, what the fuck? Shy Smash was introduced, and then the Nino haircut. But go ahead. Like we
yeah. No, I
these
mean
little fun facts that we love about
it's
this
such a
movie, bro.
classic movie that
Yeah, man.
you know,
Yeah,
a lot of it's a that's why this project is so dope. The
yeah.
G Money Wells perspective takes the perspective of
Yep.
Nino Brown's, you know, in a sense, I
Cohorts.
would have,
The
yeah,
cohort, his massive
yeah,
cohort.
it's
Yeah.
because it's not his sidekick. He
It
starts
was
it with
yeah.
Nino, and Nino
Yeah.
takes it over, and
Yeah,
is a bit
bro.
of a megalomaniac. It's all about Nino and nobody
Yeah.
else, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And
Niggas do that.
it's real life, and
Niggas
you
do
bring in a
that.
star-studded cast, right?
Yeah.
From
Mm-hmm.
Havoc of Mobb Deep, Tek of
Salute Havoc, man.
Smif-N-Wessun,
Salute them
Big Noyd,
niggas. Wow.
right?
Yeah.
With the intros, with incredible production
Yeah.
from Pete
Ah.
Twist. You
Ah.
got production, Ray Sosa.
Ah.
And then there's a producer you introduced. Talk to us about the producer you introduced.
Talk about my young man, yo. Yo, let's go and make this night, man. Anibal Beats, you know what I mean? The child prodigy, you know what I'm saying? I met this little kid. Well, I ain't even gonna call him little no more. Respectfully, my man grew up. You know what I'm saying? I met this guy when he was
Wow.
17. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he you know, like, yo, bro, how do I get this done? And yo, let's do a track. And I'm like, you know what I mean? So he told me his age, and he told me you know, his run and what he was trying to do. So you know, I then introduced him to Sos. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's like, yo, okay, so we got a feature in, and then I introduced him to Sos. You know, because he's aware of my music and what me and Sos do. And him and Sos started chopping it up. And you know what I'm saying? Through the with the downtime, you know, he just started developing his sound. Like I ain't gonna say he's developed the sound because he had his own steed, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the fuck them niggas talked about. You know what I'm saying? But yo, this nigga started sending me shit, and I'm like, yo, like, where my little homeboy at? Yo, who kidnapped my man? Cause this is crazy shit. So, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, bro, we gonna throw you on the album, and you know what I'm saying? Like the fuck, like working with him back and forth for, you know, a year. You know, he's 8. I met him when he's like 16. He just turned 17, 18 now. And like it's been that long, and we just
Wow.
been, you know, trading ideas. He made the album, it's his first placement. Shout out to him. And not only that, but you know what I'm saying, man, bro, we working on something dope because you know, it's like a Jay Royale thing. It's like, yo, you can't always get a hold of the super producer, you know? You can't always latch on, or you can't always just jump on the wave. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes names are made. Sometimes names are created. You can't just go out here and say you're a name and I'm a name and this would be insane. Sometimes you gotta show, you know, sometimes you gotta put that work in
Yeah.
and make a name for your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
that's called. And you know what I'm saying? My little man is doing just that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Yo, the shit sounds tremendous. If it's if with if I have anything to do with it, I want his track phone booming. I want motherfuckers to jump in his inbox. I want them to try to get beat placements. I want him to get the flowers he deserves
Yeah.
because he could be a name that, you know, these underground guys champion too. And it's like, you know, I want him to know that, you know what I'm saying, it's not always about jumping on the wave. Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta, you know. Sometimes you gotta, get in the gym and put those jumpers up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to Anibal Beats, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, yo. They saying your name and I told you they would, but yeah, that part. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
so dope, my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Opening
That's
doors,
super dope.
opening doors, and
Yeah, man.
also,
Nobody did that for me. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So it's important. Yeah. Word up.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're also not only opening doors, but you're acknowledging talent, right?
Yeah,
Like if he was whack, he wouldn't be on the album, right?
man, let me tell
He's
you
creating
something.
fire.
Bro, when it's all said and done, when all of your cosigns don't put the money behind you, when all of the record labels don't put the bells and whistles in front of your drop, you gotta do something, man. You gotta be good at doing it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You gotta be good at something. You got talent. Your talent is going to get you from bus stop to bus stop. But sometimes you just gotta get the fuck up and walk. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait forever. Sometimes you gotta get up and walk, and you know what I'm saying, and you're halfway there. No one is half the battle. So you know what I mean. Shoot your jumpers, and study your art. Ain't that's what Dragonfly Jones said? You know what I'm saying?
that's
Yeah.
dope.
And if you're
That's
not
dope.
prepared to do that, then sit your $5 ass down before I make change. You know what I mean? Nino Brown said that.
Says
You
it
know
right
what
straight
I
out the quote, straight out the movie.
mean? Nino Brown said that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. The production, oh man, the production, it's like I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? I like the beats that I like. Some guys they trail off into that lane or that wave that's hot at the moment and everybody chases that beat or that wave. Nah, bro. It's like I try to at least show folks that I can do that,
Yeah,
but then I try to always bring it back home because I know that there's a lane of listeners that's just like, damn, yo, everybody doing that. When the fuck are we going to get some, head nod music? When are we going to
yeah.
get some shit that we can, I to a lot of niggas, started doing the trance and they just was talking over the beat. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, yo, and that's cool. Like, no disrespect to nobody that do that. But it's just like, yo, it's like, I love you too, shorty. Word up. But yeah, I mean, it's like, yo, there are other motherfuckers that still are from that era and cut from
Yeah,
that cloth, and I got an ear for that sound, that 90s.
yeah.
I don't know what to call it anymore because what I mean, here in Baltimore they call it New York music. New York, they call it, I don't know what the fuck to call it anymore. I just know what makes me want to write. You know what I'm saying? I really have no clue what's going on anymore, you know what I'm saying, or what to call it or label things anymore.
Some people call
uh,
it grimy, and uh, Pete Twist of the Grime Lords helped with the
ah
mixing of this,
now he
right? So
mixed the whole shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
so talk to us about
Twitch
working
is
with
my
him and the
guy.
mixing and all of that.
Yo, well, the Grime Lords, they, when I first ran into them, they dropped their debut at whoa, hey yo, who said you was gonna bring up the Grime Lords, bro? They brought, hey yo, hold on, yo, Pete Twitch, yo, hey yo, BU, yo, I know, son, still in the plastic too, son.
Select
You know what I'm saying? So
designer.
yo, this is a class, a fucking classic. You know what I mean? And they called on me once upon a time. You know what I mean? Before all the grace, you know what I mean? They had called me and they said, "Yo, we doing this dope joint and we want to shoot a video and we want to And I pulled up on these guys and yo, it was like, sparks flew. It was just like, yo, nah, yo, this is the type of energy that I need to be around because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like even though it's a rap business, there are certain entities that you're gonna meet along the way that is just like, nah, yo, your family, you know what I'm saying? So linking in with them, we shot the video, Power Refinement, and since then we just been always trading ideas. And it's
Yeah,
like the closer that I get with guys and certain entities in this, you might not see six catalogs of music drop, but you just
yeah,
might see us in a lot of fucking dope pictures, a lot of dope situations, and a lot of motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, areas together because these is my niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, I really, yo, they was there for me at the UWAP when, you know what I'm saying, we did the UWAP in Queens.
Yeah.
They out of VA. So it's just like, nigga, sometimes that pull up matters to MC that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, is trying to find his way. And they was trying to find their way. So we was just like, yo, let's help each other along the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we came together and just started moving and, you know, started changing the narrative of the whole, yeah, this guy killed that guy on the track or this verse sound and on the, you know what I'm saying? Nah, niggas started linking and
That's dope.
moving, you know what I'm saying? So that shit started happening. And, you know, I started to find out firsthand um the skill set that Born Unique had
Yeah.
and the skill set and the passion that Pete Twist had on
Yeah.
nah nigga, you know, just all day beats. We would go to the joint, we would go to the dungeon where he at in VA and just block out 2 days worth of shit and just get busy. You know what I'm saying? Mixing and mashing, whatever needs to be done. If a verse had to be redone,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He'd be on some shit like, ah, yo, look, come on, let's tighten this up, or you know, let's smooth this out. And you know, we would really put this shit together, you know, like we would water those flowers and just watch it grow. And it's like, yo, the fuck, I be feeling like if it's not broke, why fix it? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
yo, shout out to them. They my brothers. They done pulled up to the crib, set up studio sessions in the crib. I done had them in the hood. Niggas in the hood, like, oh, yo, tell them, niggas, tell them come back through with the hyena breath, nigga.
Yeah,
You
in the
know what I'm
hyena
saying?
breath.
Like, yo, it's like, yo, when your man's coming back through, Munch know them, they love my son, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, they family, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it happens like that. And I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at what we created, you know, in this race or in this thing. You know what I'm saying? They share the same passion that I share. They listen to the same shit. You know, we
Yeah.
have these discussions. We watch movies. And you know what I mean? While, you know, doing what niggas do and we gather from that and content and so on and so forth. So yeah, shout out to them. They always working, and we about to be right back on the way down there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? To
Yeah.
put together this next one, and you know, it's nigga, it's
Yeah.
an ongoing thing. You know, every day is game 7. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, never
That's
know.
dope.
You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope. Nah, man, and you know, right now we're unpacking the album Jack for the City, new album
yeah,
by Jay Royale.
yeah.
Talk to us about where the album is available at the moment.
Hey, yo, fool, right now, you know what I'm saying? Like the rollout, y'all know my rollouts is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying shit. But right now the CD, the physicals are on my Bandcamp and you could get the joint off the Bandcamp. My daughter's birthday is Friday. So we're gonna have that shit up Friday, you know, to celebrate the life of my baby. Tay Tay, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so for her birthday, I'm gonna throw it up on DSPs as
Wow,
we, you know what I'm
that's
saying. In the
dope.
meanwhile, yeah, hey man, for real. At the end of the day, bro, the more you do this shit, it's really not for what everybody think it's for. It's really for, you know, to celebrate, you know, the wins. We bringing trophies home. You know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
yeah, everybody wish Tay Tay a happy birthday. You know what I
Happy
mean.
birthday,
She's
Tay
getting old.
Tay.
I'm getting older. So yeah. Shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? So hey yo, right now you can only find it on Bandcamp. Like I say, DSPs Friday. If you know what I'm saying, if everything works out, yeah, man, because copyright and all that, we got put the iron on the wrinkles. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and do everything the right way. Yeah, yeah, yep. I got
That's
y'all. I
dope.
got y'all. I got y'all. My thing is, I want niggas to hear that shit, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what
It's
I
a
mean?
really
You
dope
haven't heard
project.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, they leaking it. They
Yeah.
leaking shit. Like I
He like,
seen, I
if
seen
they're
the
leaking
hash
it, let me
shit.
put it out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, nah, yo, I'm different. I like when niggas leak much. The niggas ain't gonna leak some shit that they don't like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas is not gonna leak. Yo, they not gonna leak nothing that they don't like. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, yo, if they going that hard, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, the leak. today's version of leaking shit is not yesterday's. Because you remember MOP used to have to walk around and, you know what I'm saying, smash niggas on the, you know what I mean, on the tabletop, the CDs and shit.
Yeah.
But now the leak when they leak your shit is more or less, you know what I'm saying, somebody who copped it. And then, like the YouTube shit. And then in the comments, like, they like, no, leak this track. I love this track. Nah, leak this track. And it's like, yo, nigga, you won, bro. You
Yeah.
won. If you're an artist, you won. If people are listening to your shit and enjoy it, there are
Yeah.
artists out there that don't no, niggas rapping their heart out, and niggas don't listen to that
That's
shit.
right.
So be thankful when somebody listens to your music and enjoys listening to your music and want more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they want more of your shit because it's like, yeah, there's artists that cuss their phones out every day because nah, yo, niggas ain't sharing my shit. Niggas ain't listening to my shit. Niggas ain't fucking with me. I should take the album down. Da, 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 da. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
simple as that. In that order. Like, nigga, you chose this. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like that. There's some niggas that go on stage and get tomatoed up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some niggas get the Sandman, and some niggas win first place. Nigga,
Yeah.
it's your life, nigga. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
you chose this.
That's good.
You feel me? So yeah, shut the fuck up. Get back in the studio. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Then go
Put the
back to the
work in.
drawing board. Yeah, once you put that energy out there, it's out there.
Mm.
So by the time niggas love it or hate it, you should be on the next motherfucking project. You know what I mean? Knee deep in that shit, learning from your motherfucking, your mistakes.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, yeah, ba. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, bro,
That's
uh,
good. That's
yeah,
good,
this
bro.
this is what we chose, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Every Kobe ain't have a great night every night he was on the floor. You know what I mean? Respect
Good.
Kobe the legend, but y'all get what I'm saying. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Word
Absolutely.
up. Yeah,
That's
Shaq
how
went
you
out
get
that bitch
better.
in corduroys and put numbers up. I'm a movie buff, bro. So it's like, yeah, I go any and every which way,
You know,
bro. But yeah.
I love my movie collection is pretty
Oh
good.
yeah,
You know
we
what I'm saying?
got
I'm
something to
with
talk
you.
about.
I'm
Yeah,
with you
yeah,
on that.
yeah, yeah.
Still physical media and everything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, hey, I'm a caveman when it comes to like the hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Biz Markie. But
Yeah.
it's like watching him and just go through his archives and what hip hop meant to him.
Yeah.
And things that are tangible from flyers
Yeah.
to first CDs to mark shit that had markers on
Yeah.
there, and you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's like now that it's a digital. It's a digital world, man.
Yeah.
Somebody could pull the plug on your whole
It,
existence.
it
You know what I'm
happens.
saying?
It
And
happens
yeah, that happens.
all the
Bro,
time.
I've seen
Things
artists.
disappear.
Yeah, bro, I seen artists, pump fake about, how they popping on the gram. And then it's like, yo, underneath they little 400 followers, it'll say disabled at 200K. It's like, yo, you on borrowed time, yo.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do to, it's a well-oiled machine, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Look, that nigga that's sitting still, look at him sideways. Who team are you on? What kind of niggas got you just sitting still, bro?
Yeah.
It's always something to be done. It's always something to be done. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see something come from it, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's that. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
And I
yeah,
feel
bro.
that right now in a digital era, artists like yourself and so many of the artists that are out releasing incredible music
Yeah,
and doing short run CDs, short run cassettes, short run vinyl, they're
yeah,
selling out. You're actually putting out collector's items like the one you just showed
yeah,
of the Grime Lords. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You've got your own discography. If you go
yeah,
to the Jay Royale Bandcamp, almost every release, the physicals are almost all sold out. Every vinyl, every
yeah,
CD, almost
man.
everything is sold out. There's a few pieces here and
Yeah,
there of things, right?
yeah,
This will sell out too, right? So if
yeah.
you haven't gotten your J Royale yet, go pick the physical because they truly are collector's
They
items. They're first
are.
run,
Yeah,
limited run
yeah,
um, collector's items.
yeah.
Are you thinking
And
about doing vinyl for this one for the
yeah,
Jack for the City?
definitely. We try to always give them the full flip, and just to piggy off that, you know what I'm saying. It's just like if you're an up and coming artist, don't ever get discouraged if your shit doesn't sell out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just you know what I'm saying? Like they're artists that replenish those shelves. You know what I'm saying? And they run a business. They run a well-oiled machine
Yeah.
to where as though once something is off the shelf and sells out, they replenish that shit. It's more than just 200 or 500 people in the world. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
re-rock your work, if you will,
Yeah.
because it's just like, you know what I'm saying? If it does sell out, bravo. But now, how, the point or the goal is to reach the people that didn't get one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna do that second run? How are we putting that third run together? Different variants, a bonus track or something like that. Like, selling out is not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, keeping a rhythm to me is way more important than, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? All right, boom. Nah, yo, it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. You see Jordan. You see what Jordan is doing. Jordan had
Yeah.
changed the laces on some shit and sell you the shoe again. And it's like, I got the new Jordans. No, you didn't. Them shits was popping in 90.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This niggas, they got all them shits in their closet. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, all right, boom. Shout out the kid that never had a pair of Jordans that feels fresh as shit on the first day of school.
Yeah.
You know? You know what I mean? It's like, that's the jewel. You know what I mean? If that kid is even into that. You know what I'm saying? Because like that Jordan meme, it really fucked him up in weird ways. But you know what I'm saying? It's like it's more ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like even if you don't sell out, don't get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? You
Bro.
keep shooting them jumpers and you figure out more ways to get that product into somebody's hand.
That's good.
Because you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers sell out and it could be their right hand man that bought them all. You just never know.
Yeah.
You never know. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean?
Man,
It's like, nah,
you going way into the business
yeah,
now.
yo,
Now
this,
you talking
man.
vinyl and Copenhagen crates and
Nah,
all sorts of
bro.
stuff.
You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? I love all of the, the ambassadors of vinyl. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it's like you learn a lot from fucking up, bro. You know what I mean? The employee of the month has to have a lot of write-ups because he knows what you can and can't get written up for. You know what I mean?
That's good.
And the motherfucker that don't know shit about the job doesn't know that he's even fucking up. Like, yo, you could get written up for that. Yeah, you could get written up for that. Yeah, you're fucking up. You know what I mean? He don't even know that yet. You gotta learn by getting written up. You gotta learn by fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta keep on doing that shit because I mean, like I say, you chose this. You chose this. There's no more labels doing it. Well, it is labels that's doing it for you, but you know what I mean? If you want to maintain that shit and if you want to walk out of that motherfucker through the fire like Diddy and Mason that video after it's all said and done when the smoke clear and you want to get that shit back started after some shit, you better know what the fuck you doing because sometimes that motherfucking phone ain't gonna ring. My
That's
niggas
true.
depend on themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So,
So,
yeah, bro, just keep on selling your shit, man, and figure out how to get your shit into somebody's motherfucking possession. Hella high water. That's what a hustler do.
that's
You
good.
know what I mean?
That's good, my
Yeah.
bro. That's good.
Hmm.
Dropping gems. Dropping gems on,
Man, I'm
episode
raising the sun.
200. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
raising the
Episode
sun
200 of the
200.
Cristopolis show with
Yo,
Jay
yo, how
Royale.
you? No, come on, man. Fuck enough. You know what I mean? That's that. How you feel about having 200 episodes of something that you started on your own, bro? How does that feel? Reaching this height,
I
200
appreciate you,
episodes.
brother.
You know what I mean?
It feels,
199 episodes
yeah,
ago,
yeah,
199 episodes ago, somebody said, "Yo, this is what you want to do,"
yeah,
and now
yeah,
100,000 motherfuckers sit and watch you do this shit.
yeah, my bro.
Bless your heart, man.
Hey,
You know what I'm
God
saying?
bless you, Jay Royale. Hey, listen, to be at
That's it.
episode 200 with Jay Royale, the way that it all aligned was so perfect, too. You know what I'm saying? I was
Okay.
like, of course, I'm going to have Jay Royale as episode
Hey,
number 200. You know
Black
what I'm saying?
History Month. When Black History Month rolls back around, you know what I'm saying? we are making Black history right
Let's go.
now. You know what I mean? Yo, show 200 was starring Jay Royale, black ass. So, you know what I mean? You're going out in history. We right here with it. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
It's an
Put it in
honor, my
stone, my
brother.
nigga.
It's
It's
an honor.
concrete, yo. 200 episodes, and I'm right here with you, son. The fuck. Shout out to the supporters. Shout out to the people, and keep on doing what the fuck you do, my nigga, because you're good at it.
Thank you, my brother.
There you go.
I appreciate you
Yeah,
so
man.
much.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about Exact for the City, but you've mentioned and you
Hmm.
kind of hinted that you're working. You're working, that there's
Always
something
working.
else coming,
Always
right? But
working.
what can you share with us about what's next?
I could share that is fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, it's dope. If it's not anything, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I really value something that I always say, be it, if somebody, you know, hits me for a verse,
Yeah,
if somebody lets me know that they want signatures, or just the purchase of anything. I really try to thank them for believing. I
yeah,
try to thank them for believing. And I've taken the word fan out of my vocabulary just due to the fact that, I like to say supporter, because when you say fan, that puts you a level higher than whoever it is you're talking about. But when you say in supporter, that means that you're amongst your
yeah,
people. Because I can support you, you can support me, they can support us, and we can support them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I really try to stop and give thanks, because I'm that MC. I'm from the bottom. I'm from the bottom of the north, and I'm from the top of the south.
yeah,
So there, it's really a gray area when it comes to the that I hip hop that I embark on. And um I know certain doors that won't allow me in just because of where I am. And I
yeah,
know there's certain doors that will welcome with open arms.
yeah,
And I know what blocks the walk on without it. And
yeah,
I know what blocks to, like, I shouldn't even be here unless I have to be here.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, that's a very important thing with what it is we do, because when people say gatekeeping and all that, it's rules to this shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like undemanded rules, and shit that you have to be privy to when you come off the porch,
yeah,
if you will. You know what I'm saying? That's just a metaphor for my would-be rap career, because it's like I chose this.
yeah,
So being able to maneuver through all of the obstacles that I know are ahead of me, and try to what I'm saying, shake hands and kiss the babies. I know what I'm up
yeah,
against. So it's like I take heed to that. And I really move accordingly, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Or I try to, you know what I'm saying? Because once you get caught slipping, that's just that. You don't want to get caught slipping,
yeah,
with anything that you're doing. And you know what I mean? It's like when you're trying to build a brand,
yeah,
and when you're trying to, keep a good thing going, you really have to sit down, and you really have to, you know, put a lot on the table. But the shit that we building is definitely dope shit. I really want to just keep on keeping on with the pressing that pen,
yeah,
pressing down on, I want to work with whomever there is that wants to work with me. And like we mentioning some very well
yeah,
known names,
yeah,
have Tek from the Coco Brothers, you know what I mean, Noyd, um, RJ Payne, these guys don't have to work with me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a motherfucker think that, it's just like, yeah, put a bag of money in front of these niggas, and they'll just, no, it's not, no, it
yeah,
don't be that. Cause fucking with you whack motherfuckers, or that whack motherfucker could tarnish
yeah,
some shit. It could derail a legacy, you know?
yeah,
So it's like, when you are aware of what these giants have built the
Yeah.
brand that they've built from scratch. It's like, my nigga, do you realize what you're asking of someone
Yeah.
to let to let me in? And not only let me in, but let me hold the mic. It's like, nigga, like, who are you
Yeah.
that you don't, these niggas don't owe me anything. So the fact that they shared, we've had a meeting of the mind,
Yeah.
and we've talked out shit over these beats, and it came out to be great fucking music. None of that shit is a coincidence,
Yeah.
bro. None of that
Yeah.
shit is a coincidence. This should take you, know what I'm saying? I put a lot into what it is I do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I could really holler at my man and get that motherfucking verse from that guy. But you know what I mean? It's a way to level that shit up, and you want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
just like we said, you know what I mean? It's a blessing that people will say, nah, yo, that new Royale shit drop. Have you heard
Yeah.
it? And then it'll be a motherfucker from across the water.
Yeah.
And they say, nah, I been heard it. Nigga, you lacking. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking jewel. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, the fact that these giants have let, a guy from Baltimore, like I say, in and talk his shit. And it's like, nah,
Mhm.
yo, you did that. Nah, yo, you know what I mean? This gotta be a
Yeah.
movie. And then
Yeah.
it goes from a verse to two verses to a song to a video to
Yeah.
streaming to platforms. And it's like, oh shit, like, yo, you really planted the seed, and you
Yeah.
saw that shit through. And now it's, beyond measures, is something bigger than what you would ever think it could ever be.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, that shit takes you, it takes believing in yourself. It takes really, you know, figuring out what formula works for you, and applying that. And you know what I'm saying, doing good business,
Mhm.
having these business meetings, having a team of motherfuckers that believe and that foresee, nah, bro, we're gonna have 200 motherfucking episodes, hella hot through hella high water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be your cameraman. I'll be your production assistant. I'll provide. I'll invest. We have something, and I want to see this shit through. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, bro, like,
That's dope.
yeah, I'm rambling, bro. I could like, bro, I could
No, but
talk,
you dropping so
man.
many
I
gems.
could talk this shit all night,
But
bro.
you know,
Like, I'm
it
saying,
reminds
but
me
it's
of a
fun, bro.
conversation when we talked on the phone. You know, we were talking about Jack for the City, and you got the first single. Or I don't know if it was the first single, but the single you did with the video, Pookie Belt Buckle
Yeah,
with
the
Tek,
Pookie
right?
Belt, but
That
yeah, yeah,
joint is
dope
dope.
night, dope
And
night.
and then you dropped another single, but you told me about the single, and that single's the Jay and D Haven.
The J and D Haven, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out D Haven. He showed love to that.
yeah. Yeah. So I think a
D
lot of
Haven, my
people
nigga.
don't know that story because you were telling me the story and I was like, word? And you were telling me the whole story and how
Yeah.
the parallel between that and G
Uh-huh.
Money and Nino. Talk to us
Yeah.
about that.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, like we all have that. We all know the Nino, you know what I'm saying? And with the J and D Haven, you know what I'm saying? This is like, the upbringing was, what it was, because it's like that's an actual story. So it's like, I can only say so much
Right.
about that situation, because you know what I'm saying, like, I don't give a fuck about platforms and any of that shit. Being able to speak on that, you have to be somebody. So I just, art imitating life, imitating art. It's like, Nino and his egotistical ways. It made it struck a chord with certain motherfuckers. So you know what I'm saying? It's like G Money. He took his idea, he took his girl, and then he eventually wound up taking this man's life. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's just like, that alone, just in a fictional tale, it's like, yo, the fuck, they didn't come up with this out of the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, yeah, these are stories that
That happened
they
in real life.
unfold, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, we could take fictional characters and put them here, and then it's just like, nah, nigga. You know, when you have certain conversations, and the closer you get, and the closer you get to, the entities that might still be around that played a part, it's like that shit gets that much realer as you look into it. So it's like at a certain point, it's like, all right, yo, you made your little motherfucking song, yo, chill out. Chill out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yo, when we threw that shit out there, and the actual with D Haven, um, he showed love to it. And
It's crazy. That's
to,
that's
to
history. That's hip hop history.
just Black history, bro. I mean, it's like to get the attention of, an entity like that through my music. It's like, all right, that's all
Yeah,
that's all I came for. You know what I mean? That's all I came to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm gonna leave it alone. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I'm gonna let the people hear it and judge for themselves, because it's like that's all he had to do. He gave me the nod. Yeah, salute. All right, bro. That's all I needed. That's
yeah.
all I needed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, my nigga, I don't want to be that guy getting on platforms and telling another nigga's story. That ain't my
Absolutely.
story. I'm sticking to the G and the Nino shit. You know what I mean? Now, and now, if you can relate, by all means, or if you know a story similar, by all means, you speak on that. But yeah, I mean, you ain't hear that from me. That's how I'm carrying shit, my nigga. Like, yeah, I ain't seen it. I ain't seen nobody. I ain't seen them. I ain't heard from nobody. There you go. And that's the Jay Royale way, nigga.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but yeah, man, dope. It was, nah, all jokes aside, um, yo, we've heard the narrative my whole upbringing. So for if D Haven is out there and he can hear this, bro, I thank you for even acknowledging my my art and what we did with that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Salute to the Most High and all that. So we gonna keep that shit pushing like that. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Spread
The
love is the Brooklyn way. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's all love all the time.
Yeah.
The 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 Pookie Belt Buckle
Let's
video,
talk about it.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dope concept,
Did
right?
you see
And
much?
dope
Did you see much? Did you see my son? Yo, all right, go ahead. You talk your shit.
and and
You
and
talk.
in the music video,
Yeah.
with Tek, terminology up in the joint, UFO Thieve up in the joint,
Let's
right? Talk to
talk.
us about the music video.
Yo, so yeah, man, fucking yo, shout out to Tek, because you know what I mean, like, yo, for real, just being I bump into Tek so many times, and you know what I mean, like, beyond the music, Tech is the real one. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know how, being an artist, I bump into him even with the lights, cameras, and the action off. And it's just like, even on the flip side of things, he's who he is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, since I first met him, we've always, exchanged love. Oh man, big, huge supporter, bop, bop, bop. So it's like I always told him, I'm like, nah, bro, when I get right, my nigga, when I get right, I'm gonna reach out. He like, nah, man, whenever, you know what I'm saying? He got this thing, you know what I mean, from the wire. He like, yo, Baltimore, yo, say two, you know what I'm saying? So he always put me on the spot with the two shit. So I reached out. We got everything done. He absolutely killed his shit. So when we showed up, it was just one of them nights. The stars aligned. You know what I mean? Everybody was like somewhere in jab range. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like yeah, I had my son with me. Munch was with me. Sosa was with me. And Munch was a little cranky because he was asleep on the ride up. So, you know what I mean? When we got there and got everybody situated, it's just everybody pulled up. And I want to use the word uniformity. You know what I mean? Uniformity is a powerful word for the video because it's just like, you know, everybody has their own thing. Everybody is a brand of their own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, niggas stood on business, and just like I said about niggas that leak shit, they not
Yeah.
gonna leak something that they don't like.
Yeah.
So, you know, rapper, no rapper, popping or no popping. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that's building a brand from the ground up ain't just going to jump in this, you know what I mean? Jump in your shit and say, yeah, I was there, you know what I mean? So it's like, yo, the fact that, you know, they willingly
Yeah.
showed love, showed up, and showed out. It's like, man, it was in the night, man. It was in the night, yo. It was a very meaningful night to me, and we showed uniformity because you know you could watch that video back to back to back. Everybody was on assignment. You
Yeah.
know, everybody showed love. After the cameras was done, they just it's the stories that was told, motherfuckers was building. You know, shout out to Static Selector. Static was, you know what I'm saying? He was busy. So, you know what I mean? Like he popped out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, whatever y'all do what y'all do. You know what I mean? So yo, just turn, you know, I worked with Turn plenty of times, you know, and yo, Thief, you know, everybody that was there, bro, just popped out and they showed crazy love.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it was a very good look, man. It was overwhelming feeling to see it actually unfold into something that much more dope. And my son got a little cameo. He jumped in there, and you know what I mean. Munch stood on business. He was fly, man. That's my guy, bro. That's my guy. Shout out to Munch, boy. I love you,
That's
boy,
beautiful.
boy. Yeah, Munch Media Entertainment. Yeah,
That's
man.
dope.
So yeah,
The
it's a super dope night, man.
the Jack for the City is gonna be available on all DSPs coming on Friday. Currently
Yeah,
available on Jay
yeah,
Royale's
yeah.
Bandcamp.
yeah.
I know that this project is out, is a dope project, and
Yeah.
you're already working on the next. Are you thinking about doing any more videos for the Jack for the City, or are you moving into the next project at this
Oh
point?
nah, bro. I mean, now that we're indie artists, you know what I'm saying. If you want your square, man, everything should be treated as a single.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You just gotta wring that washcloth all the way dry, man. Everything gotta get work. We just shot the J and D Haven. You know what I'm saying? We trying to catch the higher ups. You know what I mean? We try to catch half, you know what I'm saying? We try to catch half for that joint, the requirements of the soul shit. We try to catch him, you know, on the flip side and maybe get a movie done for that. But yeah, I feel like, you know, it's necessary. Everything
yeah,
deserves, you know, especially with a project like this,
yeah.
it's kind of like,
Well,
you deserve
the
the
visuals
visuals, you
is
know what I
based
mean?
on a
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, like the lyrics are the visuals,
Yeah,
so it's just like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the pop-up books, you know what I mean? Like, yo, if this guy hit you in 3D, so you gotta know, you know what I mean? I just want to show niggas what was on my mind, or what part of the town we was in, or what we be in, putting these little situations together. And it's like, I don't think the boom bap scene. I don't think they see enough of East Baltimore. You know what I mean? I think that they hear it a lot from me, and now that I got things squared away, where I got a nice little cameraman. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
that's
yo, we
dope.
just trying to we try to make a lot. We try to make this shit a lot more cinematic because of the content, and we're in the content era, and you know what I'm saying? We just trying to, connect the visuals to a lot of these joints, you know what I'm saying? The illustrations.
Yeah,
We want to give you the illustrations to these graphic novels, if you will. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I'm working on it. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything out of my little pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, please be patient with me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we trying to really put it together and just create some dope memories the way as though we can look back on it and and make the listeners and the people proud. I want to, you know what I mean? If you support me, I want you to be proud of what you support. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
want you to be like, nah, yo, you know what I mean? Where I was then is definitely not where I am now. And
Yeah.
I want motherfuckers to see that, being chefed in front of them like Benny Hanna's or
Yeah.
some shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, yeah, we gotta chef it up in front of their face and show progression and I want motherfuckers to see the level up, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
because it's like, yeah, everybody could rap, but some people are still rapping for the same people that they was rapping for, when they started. And we just trying to give them the blueprint of how to try to level this thing up in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it's become a dope roller coaster ride for me. So
Yeah, bro.
yeah, yeah,
That's dope.
yeah, yeah.
That's dope.
The
Jay,
G Money
Jay,
Wells perspective.
the G Money Wells perspective available on the Jay Royale Bandcamp. CDs on the
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
CDs
The album itself
on the
available on
Bandcamp.
DSPs on
Yeah.
Friday. My
That
brother, as
sound
we
like
start
some
to wrap
drug
it up,
shit, yo. Yeah, drugs out the band though. Yo got CDs at the Bandcamp. CDs moving CDs off the Bandcamp. Nigga is like,
moving CDs, tapes, vinyl, everything.
yeah, yo, everything, man. We built this shit from scratch, man, for real. And yeah, man. It's just been one hell of a yeah, yo. This just another one, bro. And
Yeah,
Jay Royale featuring Anibal Beats. Woes of the Creator that's coming. Uh, we got some fly joints. J Skis. We got RJ Payne. I got some Sosa shit. The Crab Theory. Um, that's like a love story about hate. You know what I mean? We got a lot of fly shit coming, bro, and it's just like I'm just in my own world, and it's just like when you are comfortable with what you're doing and where you at, you can just snatch each idea out of the. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, you could just reach in the file cabinet. All right, yo, this might work next. Let's put it together like that. And you know what I'm saying? It's like it's tunnel vision, bro. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying not to bother nobody. I'm trying not to,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm trying not to distract anybody. I'm really just trying to get my shit off. Like, let me get my shit off,
yeah,
bro. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw, my nigga. The fuck? Let me get my shit off. That's all that is. Like, fuck is niggas
yeah.
doing?
Man, and what's so dope about your whole approach, if you go back and look at all the different album covers, they
No,
all
yeah, that,
have, the theme, right? They've
bro.
got that cinematic feel
Yeah,
just on the album
yeah,
cover. What's
yeah,
dope with the Jack for the City, you move from the black background to the red,
yeah,
right? On Jack for the City. But then the singles
yeah,
got the black with the red around it, right?
yeah,
Or you got
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just so flies, all the
Right. So
details.
exactly. It's a brand. It's
It's a
branding.
brand.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like, yeah,
exactly.
bro. Like, yeah,
With the I don't know what you would
the
call it, but it's
layout.
got the
Yeah,
little
the
like the widescreen, like
borders.
the widescreen,
Yeah,
like
the
the little
missing
widescreen.
border. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The little border thing. Yeah, that's me.
Boom.
Like, you know what I mean? I saw it. I saw it. And, you know what I mean? It's like what Goat say? Nigga see him hot at night. Nigga, I seen it like a 20-inch penis. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I saw it. And at the time I was working with another art guy, and I was like, yo, throw this on there. He did it. And I'm like, yo, just to be sure, nobody's done that. Bro. And it's like, all right, say less. Say less. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? That's it. That's how we branding our cows, my nigga.
yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, the fuck, if you see it anywhere else, it's like, all right, that's that J
You know what they
Royale
got?
shit.
That's that
Niggas
Jay
just bite.
Royale.
Yeah, niggas bite every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But
Yeah,
we see you niggas. We see y'all niggas
yeah,
that bite. You know what I mean? Fuck
yeah,
them niggas. Hmm.
yeah. My
Yeah,
bro,
they
we
bite
start to
they bite
wrap
your
up.
style and then get gold teeth and shit. Fuck them niggas.
Oh, everything. You don't get the braids.
Yeah, man, the fuck nigga, yo, nigga, they know. You know what I mean? I wear this shit on my titty, nigga. Fuck is wrong with niggas, man? For real. But nah, yo, a lot of J Royale shit. Follow me, IG. Follow me, JAYROYALE. You know what I mean? Spotify, YouTube. They leaking my shit right now. Go check for it, nigga. And then tell yourself whether or not you want to buy it. You can do
Yeah.
it like that, my nigga.
Yeah.
Listen to some of the shit we got sprinkled around, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Jay Royale everywhere. Jay Royale, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, all of the good stuff. Like I said, you said the Bandcamp, you know what I mean? We ship out every day. But and if it takes us a minute, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure everything out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm not Jeff Bezos. My fulfillment game. And you know what I mean? I'm a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good at what Jeff Bezos does yet. You know what I mean? We're gonna get it to you. We're gonna get you everything that you paid for. No money, none of your hard earned money will ever be played with in
Yeah.
weird ways dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we try to do good business, we see it through, and any problems, you know what I mean? Let's figure it out. But yeah, fulfillment, Bandcamp, all of the good stuff. You know what I mean? And catch me around, bro. I'm a good guy, bro. You know what I'm
So catch
saying? Like,
the
yo,
show.
catch me at a show. Nigga, I fuck around at God Grams, Nitty, my nigga, I'm Nitty the artist. God Grams, Wrath Almighty of the Dirt Platoon. They be with me tearing shit the fuck up. Munch is my road manager. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? So shit, if it's a show that I gotta get in, you know what I mean? The fuck? Nah, you gotta let him in. He's the road manager. He's food and beverage.
Yeah.
He's like he's like Sam Rothstein, you know what I'm saying? He's in food and beverage. But yeah, man, it's like motherfucking Sosa, you know what I mean? He's on assignment and Anibal, you know what I'm saying? That they my niggas, you know what I'm saying? And the fuck, yeah, we tunnel vision,
Yeah.
bro. We tuning all of the popularity shit out. We just we try and change the narrative in our city, and we just try and make some names for ourselves for good music,
Yeah.
dope visuals, and a great product. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody, man. DBL, everybody that's moving around. Life the Oracle, you know what I mean? The fuck if you in this shit, you already know what time it is. Like everybody that's making some noise, you know what I mean? I salute everybody. So yeah, that's how we giving it up right
That's
now.
dope, my brother. Jay Royale,
Man.
it's an honor to have you on. Thank you for being
Oh
episode 200.
man.
Salute to
200
you on such a
blickies, nigga.
dope project,
200
right?
nickel bags of nigga. We out this bitch. I got 200 nickels to sell, nigga. 200 ratties, nigga.
My
Man,
brother, it's
man,
an
we gonna be out
honor.
here
We'll
all
run it
night.
back.
Yo, shout out to you, everybody on LA time, everybody, you know what I'm saying, in the West Coast. Support this man by all means, because the music he supports could be yours. You know what I mean? Get your swat, you know what I mean? Tell people your story, get your brand out there, work these motherfucking channels, work these streets, get your name out there, get your brand out there, get your shit in these streets. You know what I'm saying? The fuck, you know what I mean? That's it. That's all.
That's what it is, my brother. Thank you so
Episode
much. It's an honor, my brother.
200. Yeah,
200.
100.
Salute.
There we go. Salute to you and yours.
Thank you, my brother.